Do it right, feel well, real life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. Who's your host?
Hey, what's going on, beautiful people, man? Good evening to you, man. Thanks so much for joining us here today, New Black Wall Street, with a special presentation tonight as we talk a little bit about this thing called COVID-19. And our goal here tonight is to provide you with some information, to provide you with some self-care tips, to hopefully bring some understanding as it relates to what's going on now, and to give you some insight into this field that we call healthcare. And so, it should be a very educational night tonight. I may learn some things that you didn't know, but it might just be a confirmation or verification, validation of what you already know. But anyway, I'm your ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. The book that I wrote, guys, is Study Black Wealth. It's study the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just truly believe that if you want to be wealthy, that's a big if. But if you do, I recommend that you study wealthy people. And you can begin that study by picking up the book, The Black Billionaires Club, on the website, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. Pick up your copy, ebook, or also soft copy available in English. Ebook and audiobook is available in, wow, this thing is going by itself, is available in also French as well, okay? So we're going to do a lot of deep diving into this thing called COVID-19 while you guys are connecting. Go and let us know where you're connecting from, what city, what state, what city, what state. Go ahead, hit the like button, the share button if you care. If you are your brother's keeper, if you are your sister's keeper, go ahead and hit that like button, that share button, that tag button, because we're going to really kind of dive into this thing called coronavirus here tonight. I figure it's a great time to do a Sunday night as we head into the week. And what I found very auspiciously is that it seems as though we get a lot of fear mongering taking place during the week, and then it dies down on the weekend. People are out at the belt line, they're out at the golf course. I mean, it's kind of, and then we go back into fear on Monday. I don't know how that works. But we do have a special guest with us here tonight. Hopefully, she looks like she's still moving around. How you doing there, Tisha? You all right? Give me a thumbs up if you good. You're not up yet. I'm just trying to see. Are you good? Not yet? Okay, you're not yet. Okay, you'll let me know when you're good. Anyway, so what I want to do here is start. We'll take a look here at kind of at what's going on with COVID, with the coronavirus as it relates to the public health organization here. We got a nice little map here to kind of give us an indication of what they have reported, which is 1.1 million cases across the world in about 5 months, roughly. 1.1 million cases, 62,000 or almost 63,000 have actually passed away from this virus, and it's affected about 208 countries or areas or territories. And we see also that some areas are more affected than others, particularly I guess we would say just the Mediterranean, Middle East area right above Africa. We see kind of the canal area right above South America. Then it's spotty kind of everywhere else. And then United States, it has the biggest impact thus far at about 273,000 people in the United States have confirmed infections. Now, I think that we understand that, United States kind of got tests late. So we kind of probably had some people that had it that didn't know they had it until they get tested or whatever the case may be. But this is what's being reported by the World Health Organization. There's another site that I kind of go to just if I wanted to break things down a little bit. This is a German guy that kind of been following stuff. He gets the information. Look at this. He added some stuff. Okay, he added some stuff. So at one point, he got 1.275, so maybe his is a little bit outdated. No, his is probably more current. 493 affected today across the world. Only 8 people across the world have actually died today, reportedly died from the coronavirus. 61 have recovered for today. I guess that's the past 24 hours. We got quite a few, 45,000 that's in critical condition out of those that may be actively dealing with coronavirus. And the mortality rate I don't know what this is. 21%. I don't know what this number is. Oh, he even added tests. That's interesting. So he's been doing some work. This little German dude, he's been really doing some work here. Look at this. Oh man, this is good stuff. I like his work. I really do. I need to make a donation to him because he really been doing his thing. Now this is interesting. In the United States, he's showing 337,000 infected. He's showing total deaths about 9,600 people have passed away. Recovered 17,000 United States, and look at all these tests that have taken place. Got 1.7 million according to his. Wait a second, that's strange. I don't know what this test thing is because we have. I guess plenty of people have been tested, but not everybody's been infected. So I guess this is showing that we have 1.7 million tests that's taken place, and out of those 1.7 million that were tested. It's been confirmed that 337,000 of them actually are infected. So you could have a test that comes back negative. I guess that's what that means. But at any rate, Tisha, what's going on? You ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. You still talking to people? Can you give me a thumbs up if you're ready? Okay, she's ready. All right. So anyway, I'll let her come on and talk to us a little bit about her extensive, some things she wanted to share tonight. I'll give her the floor. So let me take this down. I'm gonna have to go through this chart some more. What's going on, Tisha?
Hey, how you doing?
Oh man. Okay, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm good. It's just been a busy day and a busy week, but it's been okay. I'm making it.
You make it? Are you still at work?
No, I didn't work today.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, you sound like you all busy and stuff. I said, sit your butt down somewhere, girl. Sit your butt.
No, it's other stuff, social media, websites, my business, other stuff that's kept me busy.
I got you. Not a problem. Not a problem. Well, thanks so much for taking the time to come on tonight and kind of talk to us a little bit about some things we may not know, things that we may need to know, maybe some things to consider as far as self-care during COVID-19. If you could just kind of introduce yourself as it relates to this particular topic, and who you are, what you do, and why we should listen to you.
Okay, my name is Tisha Benjamin. I am a registered nurse. I've been a nurse for about 17 years. I have a background in ICU, med surge. Pretty much I have did it all: oncology, telemetry. Pretty much I am a veteran at this point. They say when you get past the 15 years of nursing, you are a veteran. So I am becoming a veteran nurse. That means that I train other RNs. I also have a bachelor's in nursing, so I can teach nursing on a lower level like LPNs and CNAs. I wanted to come on tonight to let y'all know that in my community, and I live in Mississippi, I'm seeing a lot of how should I put it? A lot of things that people are, I guess people are not in the medical field and they just don't know. And they're going by the media and they're going by what other people see and they're just not wearing. Number one, we can start with the correct mask. People are not wearing the correct mask. Right now, we do not know a lot about this virus. A lot of people said, well, it's on the Lysol can and it's on a lot of the virus cans. Coronavirus is not new. However, this mutation of the coronavirus is very new. The scientists are still trying to study how we can beat this, the precautionary measures that we need to take to kill this virus. What makes it so dangerous is that nobody knows anything because it is a newly mutated coronavirus. It's been a coronavirus around for years, but this is a new coronavirus. This is a new mutation of this virus. It makes it very, very difficult as a nurse and on the medical field. You look on the news, you'll see today the doctors are tired, the nurses is tired, everybody is tired because, to be quite honest with you, we can only treat your symptoms. So it's no magic medicine like the regular flu, the H1N1. When it hit, it killed a lot of people too. But it has years have advanced, and we know how to deal with it. We know what to treat you with. We know to give you ibuprofen. We know to help what to give you for your body aches. But with the COVID-19, um, pretty much, I have heard in other hospitals that the doctors are praying and they are asking, telling the people that they are doing all they can do. It's pretty much an experiment right now. That's what makes it dangerous. So if you're in the hospital and you have a fever with it, we cannot give you Advil, can't give you ibuprofen because they say it worsens, but we really doesn't know. That's what makes it deadly. We do not know. People are dying at a very fast rate because we have no drug to treat you with. We have no immunization. We do not know how we can slow this thing down. Okay, with all that being said, I didn't say that to really put fear into y'all. I said that to let you know that you need to stay at home. If all possible, do not go out unless you have to go out. If you, of course, everybody is going to eventually have to go out. If you go out, make sure you are wearing an N95 or the CDC mask that's approved. These cloth masks that you're finding on a lot of these people's sites, that people are just taking their sewing machine and they're just knitting and they are not filtered, they are probably not safe. However, anything that covers your mouth is better than nothing. So, and the most important thing that you can do is wash your hands, even inside of your home. Yesterday, I read, I seen on Facebook a Black girl, she recovered from the virus. And she said that she stayed at home and she wore a mask when she went out, but she still got it. However, a lot of people do not realize this. It can be tracked on the bottom of your shoes. It can get on your clothes. So you can be wearing a mask when you go out, but somebody can sneeze or somebody can talk and it can attach to your clothes. You can be in the grocery store at Walmart. It is on the buggy that somebody is infected and they do not know they are infected. That is how dangerous this is. So a mask alone will not save your life. You have to wash your hands. When you go outside of your home, make sure when you get in the clothes that you have, you really do not need to wear them inside of your home. You need to wash them immediately if you can. And honestly, you need to wash them in hot water because cold water is not going to kill a lot of viruses. Like I said, this is a new virus. It's killing people. A lot of people are not taking it serious. They're on this thing about it's a lot of things that entail into it, but let's not be stupid with this. Let's be smart. So I myself, I'm getting ready to go into a crisis zone next week. Me and about 1,500 other RNs, we have decided to go into the crisis zone. They need nurses. They need nurses ASAP. Like I said, I am a veteran and I am scared too, but this is not my first rodeo on stuff that's droplet and airborne. I have been dealing with TB patients on a lot of my travel assignments, immigrants and people that have all kind of diseases that probably could eat you from the inside out. So y'all just pray for me and just keep in mind that if you can, try to stay at home, do social distancing. If you do go out, don't be directly talking to people in their face, kind of bag up. Everybody should know that by now. However, everybody's just not abiding by it. So what's end up happening is people are not doing and taking the precautions that they need. So now you have a lot of people that's getting the symptoms. If people that said, well, I'm not going to get sick, I've been wearing a mask. Well, you didn't wash your hands. Or you went into Walmart or Walgreens and you walked in where somebody it stays in the air. So you walk and that shit attached to your clothes and it's in your clothes and now it's inside of your house. That's how dangerous it is. Just to give you a spotlight on what's going on in the inside of facilities, cannot call no names or anything. This is how sick and this is how bad it is. The news is only giving you a small portion of, I'm going to say a small portion, but they're only giving you a sample of what is actually going on. It is so bad that facilities are running out of PPE. Inside of the facilities where we supposed to be taking care of y'all and keeping y'all safe, we do not have gloves and masks. A lot of nurses are buying their own. We're getting it on the street wherever we can get it. I got my own stash. I've been keeping my own stash for years. It's really sad. So we supposed to be on the front lines, which we are on the front lines taking care of people, and we don't have the PPE that we need to protect ourselves from getting the virus. That's what is scary. And next thing is we have people that's coming into the ER. Well, it's getting better now. They're coming into the ER. They got a UTI, or they have they're pain seeking, or they're drug addict. They just want drugs. Every time you enter the ER, you are exposing yourself to this virus, because in that waiting room, while you are waiting for, you may not have a cold, or your abscess may bust, or your leg is hurting, or your baby has diarrhea, or anything. You have exposed yourself 90% to the virus, because you are in a public place. You're in an emergency room. So that's why we are encouraging people to stay home. In New York, in a lot of places, they are separating those type of patients that have other issues going on from the people that's infected with the virus. Out in LA, I have a lot of friends that travel out in LA, in New York, in New Jersey. It is really bad. They have people laying on the floor in emergency rooms. It is no way that we can help all those people at one time. People are dying. If you are high risk, if you have COPD, diabetes, if you are 70 or 80 years old, you will not get a ventilator. I'm just telling you. If you have chronic COPD, or you have a chronic issues, you on dialysis, they are not going to choose you to get a ventilator over a person that's 26 years old that has no health problems. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. It is not enough ventilators. And people keep saying, well, why don't they just make some more ventilators? And people are hoarding ventilators. And we never had that many ventilators from when we was call ourselves a healthy healthcare system. We never had any ventilators. Ventilators are expensive, number one. And then it was only so many ventilators per facility. Where are you going to get them from? They can't make ventilators fast enough to take care of all these people in respiratory distress. So I would advise people to take this very, very seriously. You may not, this is the thing too, you can be a carrier of the virus and you have no symptoms. So you can have no symptoms, you can be feeling fine, but you can be carrying the virus. By you carrying it, you can infect other people and you are fine. Until we figure out how to treat this thing, how to make people recover at a faster rate, I would recommend people to stay at home. Yes, it hurts the economy. Yes, it hurts small business, but you would rather be alive than dead. And if you go to the hospitals, you're going to be exposed to COVID-19, because it's everywhere inside of there. Me as a nurse, I have been exposed. So, and honestly, to be honest with you, I have taken care of people that's got some really bad stuff, and I have never got sick. So that tells me I'm probably a carrier of a lot of stuff. So, not funny, but it's just that I've been working in healthcare since I've been 18 years old. I've been exposed to so many different bacteria, so many viruses. I can take care of flu patients and never had the flu. However, I am scared of this coronavirus, because it's no help. Only thing they can do is however, a lot of people have beat it though. But the news is not telling you that people are beating it, but people is beating the virus. But you have to have a strong mind and a strong immune system. Those two things will save your life. People that are elderly, people, like I said, people that smoke, people that have a weakened immune system, please sit down. Please stop going to every store and getting out as much as you can. Please take heed and try to stay safe. That's my recommendations. And I'm gonna tell you, I know Evan, he sells masks. If you can get the right mask, you better get the hookup, because um that's high on the market right now. People been asking me, can you get me some masks? No, I can't get you no masks. I can't get you no masks, because when I get masks, I'm gonna save them for myself and my family. So that's how serious it is. And not only masks, you need PPE. When I said PPE, that means as a nurse, we had to work in face shields because when they cough, we don't want it going into our eyes. So we have to wear face shields. We have to wear bonnets. We have to wear gowns. We have to wear shoe covers. We have to wear the pants. We have to wear the whole suit. And it's a shortage of that because every time you enter that patient room and you go out and in, you're supposed to change your PPE. Nurses are not able to do that because we don't have enough. So people are saving masks, people are saving shoe covers, and it get real nasty. However, those little paper masks that everybody is wearing all around the world, the little yellow masks, they are better than nothing. But you got to think about it. You are talking through that mask. On the back side of that mask, you have moisture. Anywhere you have moisture, there's bacteria and virus growth. So that's why the CDC is that recommending a certain type of mask that you wear because that has a special filter in it. So please get the right mask. Please get the right hookup if you're gonna get a hookup. So that's Evan, that's all I pretty much have to say. It's so much going on. I know some nurses. Well, I don't know personally, but I know my friend told me that one of his travel buddies, he died from the virus last week. He was 28 years old. He got exposed and he was wearing his PPE. He took care of a coronavirus patient and he started to have symptoms. So he got fever and they tested him. He was positive. I think I told you it was like 7 or 8 o'clock that morning. He tested positive. He was dead at 4:30. So it killed him in less than 8 hours. And this is what's sad. He was healthy per the doctors. Like he had no pre-existing conditions. So that is how deadly it can be. However, with like any virus or any bacteria, it does not affect your body, nobody's body the same. And a virus is going to have a very hard time killing somebody fast that has a lot of healthy foods. They're built up on vitamin C. They're drinking plenty of water. They exercise and they are active. They was out and doing what they're supposed to do to stay healthy. It's going to have a very hard time taking them out. So that it's another thing with us. We need to stay healthy. As Black people, we need to eat healthy while this virus is on the rampage. We need to take our vitamin C. I recommend you take 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, the capsule, every day. Make sure you're eating very large amount of green vegetables. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water, staying hydrated. Wash your hands and everything, every vegetable that you can find that's high in vitamin C. Oranges, lemons, limes, kale, spinach, all of those things that's high in folate and vitamin C. Please ingest those daily because if that virus do come in contact with you, it will not be able to take you out because you got like your immune system is ready. So those are my tips.
Man, I definitely do appreciate it, man. Boosting your immune system and all that as well. So here's the kind of and the guys that are watching or here with us live. If you got any questions, feel free. Uh, but here's some of the issues that we find, right? Like, so the nurses, our medical facilities are low in equipment, and so we have the government goes into action to be able to provide for the healthcare industry with the it looks like they got some stuff coming in from Russia. They stopped sending stuff over to Canada with 3M. All of the main players stopped selling to the public. So now that puts the public at further risk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To bring more of it into the hospitals where the healthcare where our professionals are trying to treat them.
Right.
Like a big conundrum.
Yep. And this is the sad thing. Like me, I'm in Mississippi and I'm getting ready to go to Louisiana. If your area is not a hot spot, what they call hot spots like New York, New Jersey, like people are dying, like 400 or 500 people, they're dying at those really quick rates. Those are going to get the PPE first. So they're going to get the PPE and the gowns because they are in high need. So they are going to get it first. All of the little hospitals that has like 6 or 17 exposures or 16, 17 patients, they ain't gonna get it. That's the sad thing. It is not enough, and it's not enough production to make it in time to protect everybody. So that's why you gotta build your immune system. You gotta wash your hands and do other things. It is not gonna be enough time to get everything where it's needed before it is an epidemic, and it's sad. Um, that's just how it's going to be.
So it kind of goes from pandemic to epidemic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is let me ask you this: like, so what? Because I always look at China. I'm like, okay, it looks like China's beating this thing. What is your take on what they did to be successful that maybe we didn't do as fast, or because for us to balloon to 200 300,000 cases right now, we're a much bigger country than China, I think, population wise, but
I think China locked down faster than we did, didn't it?
I,
I think in the United States they were going state by state, saying like right now in Mississippi we've had already for a week the shelter in place, like everything is closed, even during the day. Like the small businesses, the boutiques, the barbershops, the cosmetology. Like we don't have where you're closing at 5 or 6 or limited hours. You are closing all day, every day. Everything is shut down here. Every state, somebody in Georgia told me that they wasn't like that yet. They just not issued that in Georgia.
yeah.
So I blame the government. As soon, I don't know why they thought that this wasn't gonna come here. When it was outbreak in China, which China got it first, they should have been on alert. But I guess they was just like every other American walking around here. Oh, it ain't gonna happen to me, and so it happens. But China has a really they had it first, so the virus can only run its course for so long. So it's probably don't getting out of the Chinese system by now. It hit them first.
Yeah, hit them,
So
and now they're down to about 2,000 cases, active cases. They look like they're getting to the end of this thing. So here in Georgia, for example, like we do have the shelter in place, but it doesn't seem as though it's really a shelter in place. Like because golf course still open, people going golf, and this thing called we got this thing called the Belt Line where people can go walk, or like a local park or something. You can see all of them. Just it's almost like Piedmont Park. It's like. I don't, and, they say you can go out to exercise, but man, it just seems like
they didn't here. They did here when they did. I think they did something that it was two things they did. They said like me, I got a store, so they said well you gotta limit your hours. Everybody needs to be off the streets or whatever by 6. That was like the first thing. Now it's another law. If you are caught with your business open, period, you will be fine. Also, all of our parks, all of our playgrounds, golf courses, public gatherings are closed. Nothing is open. Like right now, nothing is open. If you are called, like we are on our curfew right now, it's 7. Well, it started at 6. If you are called out and the police pull you over and you do not have a letter saying that you're going to essential business, like you're going to work or you're going to the hospital or you are a doctor, you will be given a fine and you will be in trouble. So my job has provided us with letters. So because sometimes I go to work at 10:30 at night, and you have to have your letter to be out. You just can't say, well, I'm gonna go visit Papa Nim and I'm gonna ease back in. Get caught out, you're gonna be in trouble. The charge nurse that worked with me last week, she got pulled over on the way to work by the police and she had to show her letter. So it is that serious here. No hair salons are open. No local businesses are open. Not even the loan offices are open. Nobody can go inside of a business, period. And last week the hair store was caught opening. They opened the Iraqs, they opened anyway, and they were still conducting business like they didn't know, and they were fine. So we are on a major shutdown right now because in the local hospital, we got about 16 cases. And if that breaks out in my little town the way that it did everywhere, it'll wipe us out because we are not medically prepared. We already don't have nurses. We already work short. We already do not have doctors, so it'll wipe us out. So we had to go on manual shutdown. So
Now you said that a virus runs its course, so that gives us, it gives us about 3 months, 3.5 months for, I guess, from what we saw with China.
It's not going to take that long. The sun is going to kill it. If you believe, well, I'm a spiritual person, but I've been listening to the scientists at night on YouTube. The sun kills it. Once we get to 70 and 80 degree weather, which today in Mississippi, it was almost 92 degrees in Mississippi today. The virus cannot survive. If you go back and look at Africa and see, and that's another thing. Why hasn't it Africa? They like the Africans say, the virus can't live here. The virus cannot live in extreme heat. The sun kills the virus. You can do your studies. I've been following the studies on it. So they also recommend that you sit in the sun every day, but you better sit in your backyard. But the sun actually kills the virus. Vitamin C comes from the sun. Vitamin C kills cold. It kills mucus. So vitamin C kills the sun. Vitamin D, it kills the virus. Like, for example, take the flu virus. If a person is infected with the flu, they're not going to be sick greater than 7 days if you survive it, because after 7 days, it's going to go through your system, and in 4 days, it's going to peak, and then it's going to go down, and it's gone, and you're okay. So it's going to. Nobody knows the numbers on this though, but I think we're going to be okay if you can live through this. So, but I don't know why Georgia and Atlanta, as big as they are, is not on manual shutdown completely. We are on manual shutdown here. In New Jersey, they are too. So I don't know. I guess Albany, Georgia has become a hot spot though. Did you know it?
No, I didn't know. It's a hot. What do you mean by hot spot?
That means the cases are in 24 hours. The cases jumped for COVID-19 for the coronavirus. I seen it on the news last week. It's Albany, Georgia.
So where do you think we are as far as this Passover? Like, do you feel like we're getting to a peak? Are we starting to flatten the curve, or do you feel like we haven't even reached full capacity yet? We're still, you know what I'm saying? We're still at the beginning of the thing, or we're more getting towards the end of it?
I think we're getting towards the end of it. I think it has peaked, and I think we're going down. However, when you reading on the news that so and so new cases, this and that, these probably people that's been carriers or they've been exposed. It's just gonna have to do that until it runs. I wouldn't say that we're gonna be dealing with this at the end of May. I think the numbers are going down.
Okay.
So I think we're on the downside of this. If everybody can just be cautious. But I wanted to ask you, and nobody really can give me an answer, but why do y'all think that the Africans are not, it's not over there like it is here?
Well, so it's a couple places, right? So if we look at this is very interesting. I'm glad you bring this up. I always study numbers and study data. That's just kind of how I am. But it's not just Africa, anything below the equator looks like, right? Africa, Australia, South America, right? They're spotty at best. It seems to be right around the equator. You got United. If you just draw a line across from left to right, it seems like it carried from, because China's all the way over here under Russia. Right? So that doesn't make any sense for it to just pass by Russia, kind of, sort of, and pass by all these other countries to get over here to the Middle East, which you have, Gibraltar and Morocco and all this stuff over here, right, in this area, and then just take the trip across the country, across the water, which will probably be by flight or by boat, to get to Port New York or to Port in Washington, which means it went the other way. It went from China to the right to Port over in Washington. But then you say, okay, but then what about Canada? Canada is a neighboring country to Washington and New York.
Right.
But Canada's only dealing with 13,000. We're at 273. It's just
their healthcare system is totally different than ours too. They have a lot of things in place that we do not have in place. It's just a better country, actually, and it's a better country to be a nurse it's just a better country. Their whole system runs totally different than ours do. So
and they got free healthcare too, right?
yep, something like that. They just have a better country. I mean, the healthcare system and everything is so much better. The reason why it has hit us the way it is, we just do not have the staff. We don't have the healthcare providers to take care of this level of patients. So we would, but we was running out of Tylenol before the coronavirus. If you want to know the truth, we was running out of it. The media wanted to seem like we've been running out of material just because of the virus, but we was already short. 3M was already stressed out because we just cannot handle the level of sick people let's just forget about the coronavirus and say the people that's sick with diabetes, the people that's sick with staph, which is an outbreak all over the South, the people that's already sick with all the chronic diseases. We was already stressed out. We already didn't have enough ventilators. So when this come in, we really are strained, and it looks like, oh my God, get 3M, get all the glove makers. Y'all didn't have this from the beginning because y'all sent all of the factories to China, and y'all sent all of the places that make these materials into foreign places because they have cheap labor. If you would, it's a lot of detail. It's all about money. So we didn't have what we needed before, and then like Bill Gates and a lot of millionaires said that we were not economically ready to deal with a pain epidemic like this. We wasn't even ready. We was already weak. So when this hit, it looks like a catastrophe.
Yeah. So you mentioned it's hard for me to just fathom, right, that we're talking about multi-billion-dollar, industry and company in healthcare, and it's just funny. I mean, it feels like it's like, okay, we don't have enough supplies, but then we'll tax somebody somewhere to get some supplies, but then that's going to leave a burden on other people, and then they're saying, hey, this $1.1 trillion that just got input into the economy, why didn't it go to fighting the freaking
the virus?
This doesn't make any sense. It just not making any sense. And so I'm saying to myself, Tish, I'm like, okay, if I can get masks, surely the government can get masks. I mean, there's no way that I can get masks in and the government can't get it. It just don't make no sense. I mean, they can buy 100,000 pieces, billion pieces if they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So it's just very strange. And then they got a seizure going on where they starting to seize people that got masks. Like, what going? I mean, how?
They're going to. They said last night. I've been keeping caught. They said that, like, for example, and I ain't snitching on nobody. One of the facilities that I work for here, it's not an ICU, it's an L tag. You probably don't know the L tag. L tag is where you have surgery and you go somewhere for like 6 weeks to get on your feet, right? L tags have ventilators because our patients go bad too, and we have a high odds. So they go bad, we have ventilators available. We got about 20 ventilators in a storage room right now collecting dust because those patients don't really need them, but we need them if we need them. They saying they're going to siege them. That is okay, but it is not going to be okay when one of those patients cold and they fall dead, and y'all have seized our ventilators in the South, and we cannot bring back somebody's mama, daddy that had not coronavirus, they got a blood clot or they in DKA. We can't save their life because we don't have no ventilators. That's when it gets crazy. That's when it's gonna get sad because they saying that the military is gonna come and take those ventilators to the most needed areas, which is gonna be New York and New Jersey. So are you saying that those people deserve to live over us? Over my daddy that's sick or my mom that's sick in the hospital and they don't have coronavirus, but they got a breathing problem and they need that vent. So you're choosing who lives. Everybody's life is important. So it begins to become a lot of things for people to really think about. For example, where I can't say wow. but I don't think that they really can't get the supplies.
That's what I'm saying.
I think they are waiting to see if it's going to bake down, and they're holding their hand with the funds. It is everything in the healthcare system. If you remember Obamacare, when Obamacare was put in place, everything since the beginning of Obamacare, since they started messing with Medicaid, Medicare, this health system failed tremendously. And like I said, I have seen both sides of it because I've been a nurse since 2005. So I was in it when we had everything we need. But after that Obamacare, and I ain't blaming, I don't know what they have did, but we just do not get the funding. We don't even get the patients that we're supposed to get because they turn so many people away because they don't have the insurance that meet the qualifications. When Trump took over, he changed a lot of the guidelines. If you go into the ER and you ain't got insurance, I don't care if you got pneumonia in both lungs, discharge. Doctor gonna send you home with IV, with not IV, they're gonna send you home with PO antibiotics. And you got pneumonia. Now, 10 years ago, you're going to be in the hospital on IV medication, which everybody know IV medication is very more potent than pills. But you're on your own. It's all about the people that got the big money. I'm sorry to say it, but it's all about the people that bid the big money and the people that got that good insurance. If you don't have it, you're going to be, you know, well, we know it's not good. It's not. We wasn't equipped before then.
Right.
So now this makes it catastrophe. And then they talking about we need 1,500 nurses. We need doctors. Where are the nurses? Where are the doctors? We are already working. They are only letting nursing school out every 2 years. We're already on the field. You cannot take nurses in training and sell them here. That's another thing. Let me explain to people. I have ICU experience. For example, if your mama needs care and she needs to go on a ventilator, you cannot pull a nurse that has birthed babies or she has been a neonatal nurse for 20 years. I don't care how long she's been a nurse, 20 years, 30 years. She cannot take care of your patient, your mama or daddy on a ventilator. We specialize in certain areas. So they need ICU nurses. Those nurses can run vents. They can manage trachs. These people with this virus cannot breathe. So me being a nurse, if I'm not trained to take care of a patient on a ventilator, I still cannot help you. I can give you CPR. I cannot manage your medication because I do not have the training to do so. So that's another issue. So it's nurses, it's doctors, but we are trained in certain areas. You cannot expect a nurse that takes care of people that do surgery to go into take care of your 7-week-old baby that has coronavirus. She does not have the skill to do it. School does not give you experience. It gives you the literature, but it does not give you the experience. And honestly, you don't want us taking care of your baby, and we never took care of babies because we're going to make terrible mistakes and it may cost you your life. You don't want nobody giving you the wrong medicine. So it's many issues. That's one reason why I started a business, and I said that, that in the next 5 years, I'm going to try to get out of it. I have seen the ups and I have seen the downs of this. Honestly, it's all about money now. You can ask any nurse if they honestly tell you the truth. It is all about money. Healthcare has refocused not on the care of the patient, but on what you are charting in that computer so that the hospital can get paid. Because the hospital is not getting the money that they need from the federal government anymore. So they need every penny they can get. So they want us on those computers documenting that we did this and we did that, and less time into the patient room. Less time in the patient room, less care that the patient gets. Patient don't get well. People come back sick. That's how they want it to be. And that's just the truth. So
a little insight, guys, into a little bit of healthcare. We shared some things to consider. One, staying home, and it's a choice, but make wise decisions. I mean, I think we've made enough bad decisions in our life. Let's make wise decisions. Stay home. Get the proper mask, but the biggest thing, right? Take care of your body. I mean, I think that's one of the easiest things that you can do. It might be a decision that doesn't happen overnight, because it's like, are you been eating the way you've been eating for such a long time? But man, I mean, I'm telling you, teacher, I went through a straight. I did a detox. I've been, it really got me like, okay, let's get right. I mean, that's the threat of it. Could cause you to kind of refocus and reshift some things as well. So, guys, if you got any questions, I know this is sombering. It's not meant to bring fear, but I believe that as you have real insight, real information, it actually is empowering. It's not because now you know a lot better than not. I can tell you that. A lot better than not knowing. Well, Tisha, I'm not going to take up too much of your time. You still got businesses and all that stuff as well. You got any last words for the people before we close this thing out tonight?
No, I'm good. Thanks for having me.
I can't believe you was that quick. All right. Fantastic. Again, guys.
I talk a lot.
Yeah, no problem. Like Glenda says, she learned a lot. Absolutely, man. Learned a lot. And this is absolutely beautiful because we understand what the media shares with us, right? And it's not everything. It's not even half the truth. So it's good to have people that's in our community that's willing to step up and tell us what's really going on. Everybody putting down for what's really going on in their particular field. Yeah, for me to be able to tell you what's really going on in my field, for you to be able to tell us what's really going on in your field, that's going to actually help the community, the village itself be stronger, wiser in all that we do. Okay, so I really want to again say thank you to Ms. Tisha for taking the time to be with us here tonight for our evening edition of the New Black Wall Street as we get a little coronavirus or COVID-19 insight. Okay, some COVID-19 insight. Hey, man, I am your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator. We'll be back in the morning for our Money and Power show. We do that Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We take a look and we start walking through Wall Street. As she said, it's all about the money. So if that is true, then why don't we start studying money? Yeah, let's start studying money. That's what we do Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Money and Power show. All right. So again, what's going on with you, Darren Smith? What's really going on? Absolutely, man. Thank you for telling me what's really going on. Absolutely, man. Hey, beautiful people, I want you to remember this, man, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build, people, as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we all we need. And thank God, that's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
The New Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We will see you all there at the next episode of The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.